Hey guys, Happy Splasher here, doing a video on 4/30/2021. We're actually going to continue our series of Mighty Party Explains. So today on the event calendar, it is High Growth. And so High Growth is a set of events that will allow you to get rewards for leveling up your squad units. So we will explain more of it right here. So first we'll go to events. As you can see, there are things that are going on. And high growth, as mentioned here, whenever you level up your heroes a certain number of times, you get gems. Also coupled with this high growth, there will be another event, actually two events. So one of them will be rich gifts. And what will happen here is that at the beginning, they'll give you gems. And then once you claim them, you'll have another 24 hours or so to claim. And then after that, another set of gem rewards will occur. On top of that, there's also this fable called Desired Wealth. And so what happens is, depending upon how many gems you spend, you get more rewards. These rewards start from these rare chests, and they actually go up into epics and legendaries. You can find more information about the rewards on the Mighty Party wiki, which I will put in link in the description of this video. And it will also go into more detail about this particular event as well as the other fables. So my observations of doing high growth, there are a couple things. So the first thing to note is that going back here, it says level up heroes 5 times. So that doesn't mean just your squad units. It also means your warlords. And you level up your warlords by having them reach a certain amount of might. You can also level up your pets, and they will count towards this counter. On top of that, this this counter, it doesn't track for more than the level ups given. So if you actually level up more than 5 times, so say you level up 6 times, 10 times, 20 times, it will only count the first 5 towards this reward. So in order for you to actually move up into the next tier of this quest, you'll actually have to claim it, and we'll show you later, but you have to claim it and then open up the next set of rewards. One more thing as well is that every once in a while towards the end of this particular event, so you'll see here it lasts for 2 days and 23 hours. Sometimes during the end of the event, there'll be another fable in one of these spots, and what will happen is it will actually create either a discount for the amount of gold it costs to level up your units, or it will be a discount on how many souls you'll need in order to evolve. As of right now in our fables, as you can see, there's nothing here that lowers the cost of the level ups or the evolve cost. So we will just hold off until later. Because Dark Tower is still running for us, we would like to get some of the benefits of leveling up our units and our warlord. So we'll actually forego waiting for the fable that allows us to either discount our level up requirement or the souls requirement. To make the most out of this particular event, the high growth, what you'll want to do is go to your guild. If you have one, I suggest you get a guild so that you can activate these bonuses. And then activate the bonuses that are eligible. So in this case, we have a bonus here that makes our evolve cost 28% less. So by default, they're a set amount, but with our guild bonus, we'll be actually able to level them up quicker, less cost. You can do either for 7 days or for 1 day. I personally do the 1 day because I know that I'll be doing a majority of my level ups in 1 day. So I will do that. And then the other bonus that I would do is this one here. And what it does, it decreases the level up requirement in terms of gold. You need gold in order to level up your squad units at the very least. For your pets and your warlord, all you need are the souls required. Again, for the same cost, we're going to go do the 1 day because we're going to do the majority of our up down. So to see which card you'll level up, we'll go to your squad, which is down here. And then you can start filtering out which cards that you want to level up. On the very left, there's this arrow here. It will give a quick account of which cards you'll have that are available to level up. As you can see, I have a couple here. And just going down through our story, not going to show you anything, but yeah, we have quite a bit of cards to level up. So there are 4 types of rarities of cards for this game. There are the common, which are the ones here. You can see filtered with the gray. You can have the rares, are filtered out in blue. You have the epics, out in purple. And then there's one other color, which is the legendary, that you won't be able to filter out for them. You can just see them at the very left of your inventory. Cards are also sorted by, it's not mentioned here, but cards are sorted here by recency of the game. So here, this is the most recent card that's come into play for legendary, and then it goes on until it goes to the very first one. This does a little bit of trivia, but also letting you know how old the cards are. Most oldest legendary, actually, this one right here. So the strategy I have for high growth is as follows. The priority I focus on is the legendaries first, because those are the units that have the most amount of abilities, and then those are also going to be the end game units, so units that we'll be using towards the end of the game in terms of scaling and power. The next set I will focus on in terms of priority are the rares, and the reason why is because rares are the easiest cards to get in terms of availability. Also, some of the more powered rares, they are actually better than some of the at least low-level legendary. Next cards I would prioritize are the commons. So even though the commons are the least rarity, you'll most likely get the most amount of copies for them. You can also use these commons, as you can see here, to evolve into 3 separate set of rares. You can actually check their family of which cards they evolve into by these arrows here. But for the most part, you won't be using them towards the end. I just level them up so that I can get them reborn for later, for a different fable, or just have just to use as other units. And then the final cards I use to level up are the epics. So the epics I tend not to level up as much because, one, I would like to use them for evolve fodder to my legendaries, as you can see here. Also, too, you're not going to be using so much of your epics towards the end of the game because, again, we are focusing on either the rares, which are easier to level, or the legendaries, which are more useful for us in terms of game. In terms of what level I will level up these cards to, so for the events that come up, so there's a world event that occurs every 2 weeks, and because of that, there are certain nodes that occur all the time. So in this particular case, the node that comes up is leveling up cards to a certain level, and in this case, it would be around level 16 for the rares, level 13, 14, I don't remember the exact number, but level 13 or 14 for the epics, and then level 16 for the legendaries. So just to be safe, in order to pass those nodes for when they do come up, I try to level up as many of my cards as I can to level 16. That way we can just clear that node whenever it comes up. So let's just get right into it. All right, first I would like to level up my legendaries. So see here, we got a couple. Right, it will tell you the level up cost. It will also tell you down here what will happen if you do level up the unit. So in this case, it will actually it will highlight the skill that will be affected. So we'll actually increase it from plus 12 to plus 19. As you can see there, one level up, 2, 4. As you can see here, we've leveled up to heroes 5 times. Sometimes that in-game notification does not show up, so it does help for you to keep track. But yeah, try to make sure that you don't over level up, because then those future level ups won't count towards the next level. So as you can see here, this exclamation point is signified that we have a new event. In this case, we have the level up heroes 5 times, so we'll claim, get our reward. Then as you can see here, leveling up 10 times, reward increases. So now we will level up heroes 10 times. Going back to this filter here, up as much as I can. And one thing to note here is that sometimes the game does crash because of CPU issues. To avoid that for this particular event, try not to level up as quickly as you can. Just do the level up slowly, so that way you don't have to worry using having to restart. I'm not quite sure how many levels I have, so I'm actually going to go back. It was 7 or so 2 more. As you get towards the end, you'll see this kind of notification show up. We have 1 more level. That's our levels. Here. So you may be wondering how do you know how many level ups you'll have? So what you can do, again, go to the filter and then just do a quick approximation. You'll see that we have 1, maybe at least 1 more. You can also start approximating for how many cards that you have. We can level up I can level up these level 16s if I have to, but most likely I'm not. I'm going to be using them as fodder for my higher level and epics, rather. So we have at least a couple. I would say probably 20. We'll find out. Also, as you can see, the requirements for this high growth get larger and larger. You can find more of those details specifically on the Mighty Party Wiki, which the link will be in the description. I have a rough idea as to how many I do need, but I don't want to get into a space where I don't have enough cards to level, or I level too much but not get enough for the leveling. So moving on. But as you can see, these stats start to go up a little bit. The might also goes up a little bit. This might number will actually be factored into your warlord power as well. Let's see. Okay, we're gonna do some off-game, off-video calculations in order to maximize the high growth that we do have. So because we're not focusing so much on the epics, what I do now is then start evolving commons and rares to legendary cards in order to level them up. And you can do this by going to the cards themselves. Let's just take any one for example. And we'll say, okay, hey, we want to level up to Prince or something. We'll say Prince. So Prince, we'll see that, okay, there are as many copies that are needed. See down here, gives you the ratio as to how many souls you'll get for every evolve, and then be a max cap. So it will tell you that out of your 2,000 copies, you're 40. Okay, so then add that 340 to this number, and then 340 is roughly about half of this, so you'll be getting 50 copies of this legendary if you decide to evolve all your rares. As 50 is less than 200, we won't have enough to evolve, so we will hold off for now for evolving. We could potentially evolve our rares into this 350 to make this level 16, and then meeting the requirements necessary for the quest node for the event. But again, that is not so much of a priority for us. Right now, we want to focus on leveling up the legendaries, so we'll be checking those cards, see if we can. Otherwise, if we don't have enough copies, we stop the high growth. High growth will be the amount of high growth that you can actually do is both based on the amount of gold that you have and then the amount of souls that you have. As you get higher and higher leveled up for your units, you will need more gold in order to level them up, and then you'll also need more souls to also level them up. In the beginning, you'll probably have enough souls, but then not enough gold, and then it will kind of switch around where it will be the opposite, but then you'll probably need both more gold. So yeah, that was high growth. We're going to be doing another video soon. So yeah, stick around. If you have any questions, comments, feedback, or concern, you can leave a message on the Twitch channel. You can also check out the YouTube video and the YouTube channel. And please like, comment, and subscribe. And yeah, all past videos will be there as well. Otherwise, this is Happy Splasher, signing off.